Okay. I have a quick comment and then a question. First, I certainly agree with moving toward a balanced budget and containing costs and cutting where we can, including the Defense Department, which I think is terribly bloated. But I just don't think it's feasible to balance the budget with cuts alone. I think you've got to also increase income and place a fair tax on the wealthiest 2% and closing corporate loopholes that allow huge corporations like Exxon to pay no taxes. For example, Google earned $11 billion last year overseas and paid 4.2% in taxes. So I think a fair tax on the wealthy and those who can chip in a little more has to be part of the budget picture.
Bill, I absolutely agree with you that you can't do it on spending cuts alone. Now, we may disagree on how it is we get to that taxation place. Right now, tax revenue in this country is about 14.5% of GDP. It's usually up around 18%, but the economy is in turmoil, and folks aren't making any money. And if they're not making any money, they can't send in any money. And that has brought revenues down, and that's exacerbated our annual budget deficits. We have to get the economy moving in a way that brings more taxpayers back to the rolls. Now, you talk about raising taxes. I'll tell you, I'm not a fan of class warfare. The only people that have ever given me a job in my life are rich people. I've never had a poor man offer me a job. And the reason is because I've been a poor man, and I didn't have a job to offer. Only folks with resources and ideas are out there providing the jobs. So why, when we have record high unemployment rates, we'd want to raise taxes on those folks who are providing the jobs? That's confusing to me. I want to make sure that we're focused on getting those jobs up and going. That said, I agree with you 100% about corporate loopholes. I've introduced H.R. 25, the fair tax, and that is the only bill in Congress that abolishes every single corporate loophole in the entire income tax system. Every single giveaway, every lobbyist-funded special exception and favor, every single one of them, because it abolishes corporate income taxes altogether. I don't believe that corporations pay taxes. There's no secret drawer where they can collect the money to pay taxes. They have to get it either out of the price of their product, which you and I pay when we're consumers, out of their employees' wages, which their employees are paying, or out of their stockholders, which, again, the economy is paying. But at the end of the day, it's going to be one of us individuals that pays every nickel in corporate taxes. I want us to get corporate taxes as low as we possibly can in this country. We have the highest corporate tax rates in the world, which means businesses don't want to be here. They don't want to provide jobs here because they're going to get taxed here ways they wouldn't be taxed elsewhere. Before Chrysler became Daimler-Chrysler, it came to Congress and testified in front of the tax writing committee and said, we want to stay in Detroit, but taxes are so high here, if you don't make changes, we're going to have to move to Germany. And Congress said, forget it, we're not going to make any changes. And so Chrysler became Daimler-Chrysler and moved their headquarters from Detroit to Stuttgart. We have to keep those American businesses here, and we have to attract new businesses to our shores. The way to do that is with the lowest corporate tax rate that we can get to make sure that folks want to come here. And